was a sight from my soul.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. I was just thinking just a minute ago, like how, there's no more like sit-down restaurants you can go to, no more movie theaters, no more malls, just to walk into a mall, look around, shop around, there's no more of these things, which was part of who, it's kind of like part of our definition of who we are, We're able to flex, our abilities of what we call freedom, to do this, to do that, see people, hey, which I do miss socializing for sure. I do miss meeting people, random people, saying hello, how are you, and just having a conversation. I do miss that, no doubt. However, we are all now, I don't use the word forced, but we are now, what can I use? What can I use to say that we are now, we're asked to sit back in our homes and relax and chill, until further notice, right? So, no more malls, no more interactions, no more nothing, right? And my question is, because we're not able to do these things, how are we interacting anyway? How are we able to? Are we just using social media? Looking, scanning through different pictures and be like, okay, and then send a message and be like, hey, hi, I want to get to know you. I don't know. But anyway, that's not even my point of this video. My point of this video is that we have to now look at ourselves, without those entities, without the bars, restaurants, without the malls, without doing all this different stuff, the shopping and just going to a movie. We cannot use those things anymore. So now what do? How do we identify ourselves? How do we walk in this image of strength? Because I think we had a lot of strength knowing that, we can go to this nice restaurant, and flex how deep our pockets are, and all of that good stuff. And whoever's in front of us, it's like, here's my power, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say, well, here's my power. So, we got two people, flexing their powers, like, yeah, next week, let's go do a movie. Okay, yeah, we check, we flex our powers, and all of that stuff, So now that we cannot flex our powers anymore, how are we flexing who we are today? Like, how do we be like, check me out? Because now you cannot even really, you can, but no one's really going to see you. You can put on your nice clothes and your nice this and your nice that, and step out, What do you do? Okay. Especially if you're single. So if you're single at home, what is going through your mind, right? Like, how are you flexing your power? How are you flexing your beauty? How are you flexing your bank account? How are you flexing your muscle car? How are you flexing your body? I don't know. But again, let's scratch that one. That's not where I'm at anyway. Where I'm trying to get to is the people that are actually in relationships and that are home together. What is that like? Is it like a brand new way of getting to know each other? Because now you have to dwell in the same home. You have to interact together, not just for 24 hours, but it's like 48 hours, like 72 hours, and it's going to keep going and going and going for, maybe another week, maybe another month, maybe a few months, and you guys have to be together. What is that like? I would love to hear what it is that you have been dealing with, going through, how you've been feeling. Are you agitated? Are you annoyed? Are you closer? But my 2 cents, my own little points that I would like to add to that is that, yes, we have our powers, right? But imagine being able to work together, without trying to control the other person, without, like minimizing the other person, without putting the other person down. Because think about it. Before the lockdown, you're able to get angry, frustrated, and escape, whether it's to your job or to your wherever. You're able to just escape and never really have to deal with it. But now you're here. You have to deal with it. And what is that like? What is that energy like? Is one person in this corner, the other person is in that corner and not really dealing with anything? Or is there like an openness, a willingness, to get to know one another, and interact. So with that being said, here's my thought on this. Now, the two of you are together, and hopefully the two of you can watch this right now together. And let's kind of break it down a little bit. It is easy to get mad at one another for whatever it is that you have always known or you come to find out and whatever else. It's easy to just, get that anger out and lash it out on the other person. Very easy to do. We do it well. We have a PhD degree on that. Like we masters at it. We it's a natural thing. We can blame you, make you feel like trash, right? But is that the time for it? Is this the time for it right now? No, it's not. So anyway, if you sit down and actually break down the reasons why you are upset and magnifying the other person's situation, things that they are doing, you just bring it up to light because you're just agitated, you're frustrated. The real thing is, what is triggering you inside for that to happen, to occur? What is it? Are you able to look at yourself and vice versa? Because there's this war that that we go through. It's a war, of flexing, our strengths, to make you look a certain way so that I can look a better way. Truth of the matter is, there's always going to be something that's going to annoy you. Always. The person's going to do something that's going to annoy you, period. Okay, so with that being settled, Wusai, what are some of the great things about this person, right? What are some of the great qualities, the things that is amazing, about this person? That you can be like, what? That's pretty cool. I like how you do that, or I like how you are this way. How can you start to speak life into the person that you're with? Because you guys are going to be together for a while without an escape, How can you speak life to say, what? I remember that one day when you X, Y, and Z, right? Remember when you did that? Oh my God, that was so funny. And share a laugh, And here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you don't communicate, right? We always talk about communication, but I don't think we know how to communicate. If you don't communicate, it's harder to dwell together. Let's say this person asks you a question that is kind of tough and you're not able to answer right away without being smart remarked or without, just blowing it off and be like, oh, whatever. You're always tripping and deflecting it. Think about the question. Yeah, it's a tough question. And just simply say, may I think about it? I need some time. Let me just think about it for a little bit, all right? And I'll get back to you. And actually intentionally go and think about that question so you can come back and answer that question. And just figure out different ways on how to communicate. But the best thing is to communicate. But the real great thing is to acknowledge each other's, greatness and goodness, because we are good people, right? We have our strengths and qualities and things. And it's not all about this person trying to, run the whole show only and you just stay right here and follow. No, like without communicating it, just kind of like, just understand that both people have their strengths, right? So this person can exercise their strength in a healthy way, and this person can exercise their strength in a healthy way, and you move back and forth and you grow in excellence. Because when you think about it, it's just like a car. Any kind of a vehicle, they have what's called pistons in it, right? And that's how the pistons move to make the car go forward. So as fast as you want to go, when you hit the gas pedal, as long as you're moving together like this, the car will move smoothly for you, but the car can never ever move like this. It can't. It's going to get stuck. It will get stuck. So you want everything to move like this. So all I'm saying is communicate. Be mindful of what you say to one another. Be mindful, because your words are powerful. You can speak life into somebody, or you can speak death into somebody. And the fact that you guys have no escape, you cannot just be like, well, I'm going to hang out with my friends. We're going to go and have a drink here and this and that. You have to have a drink in the same house together. Like, It's your too. You know, make it the best for the two of you, or how whoever's all in the house. Like, make the energy great. Some of you have kids in the house, right? They should see you guys interacting in excellence, because guess what? That's how they're gonna grow, when they see, two grown-ups behaving in such excellence, and not just, with a long stone face, just mad because the person said this, the person did that, or this happened 5 years ago, and I'm still mad because you did that, and I'm pissed off. It's not gonna do you any good right now, especially we're in a place of panic and we don't know what's going on. You need that peace of mind so purely. So think about that. I mean, it could be you and a child. It could be you and your spouse. It could be, it could be just siblings. It could be whatever. Make it be smooth. Be mindful of how you think. Be mindful what comes out of your mouth, and make the best out of the moment, But yeah, just speak life to one another. That's it, But if you guys have had like some, what's the word? Like some tough moments, like if you can share some of those moments that you went through, and want me to even talk about it, because you guys don't know how to actually process it, I'll be more than glad to like help dissect it and make it better. But if you've overcome some stuff, right? By talking through, like, what was that like? How was it? And remember, we're in this together, so that we can elevate and grow in excellence. And one more thing, if somebody's talking down on you, making you feel like less than, chopping you left and right, that you're like, oh my God, why? Just know that as long as your intentions has always been good and it's always been excellent, you will continue to grow. Your vibration will not stop. It will be excellent. It cannot cut and chop you down, because you'll be the only one to chop yourself down if you allow that to penetrate, to define who you are. So if your intentions are good, but people are still attacking you, take a deep breath and just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward and you'll be just fine. All right. But anyway, if you have any questions, please by all means post it, ask it. I will answer it. If you have any thoughts, any comments, share it. And in the meantime, have a great day. One love, big hugs. And yes, I do miss socializing. I actually had to take a picture like this, because when I meet people and have a conversation, we take a selfie, and it's like, man, there's nobody here right now. I could just take a picture, like, but one day soon, it'll happen again. So anyway, have a great day. One love. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your moment. Have a great day. And until next time, peace already.